Hi, it's a demonstration of VariLaTeX. So I guess you were in such a comfortable situation. You were writing a paper with lots of co-authors and close to the deadline, I mean a few hours or even a few minutes before, you were getting such document which is 5 pages. And unfortunately, the constraint of the call of paper, the formatting guideline, is that your paper should fit into 4 pages. So your paper won't be accepted because you can't even submit it. Okay, so what's to do here? Okay, we can get inspiration of PhD commits. Oh, your grant proposal is a few pages too long. Okay, you can decrease your font size, make figures smaller, use abbreviation, tweak line spaces. Okay, that's something we can do maybe. So let's start like that. I can remove some acknowledgement. They are my friend after all. They will forgive me. So you will gain some space, but still it's 5 pages, so you have some references to gain here. So having a look at the document, okay, maybe this figure here is too large. I will decrease it to 0.5, I mean the scale, so that it's both readable and yeah, it removes some content here. I need to tweak again because I need to decrease some stuff here. Oh, there is a footnote here. This footnote, maybe it's not that important. Maybe it is because you had some explanation, right? But anyway, we are close to the deadline. We need to do something. So I will remove quite aggressively the footnote. Okay. And did I win here? Well, not yet, because yeah, definitely I need to tweak some other parts like that. But that's not so easy because the figure should be readable. The content is sometimes important. And so at the end of the day, you trying some tweaks, some edits on your LaTeX document. But LaTeX is well known to be hard to master, right? There are some funny tweets about that, like this sentence that say, I remove a sentence from our 6 pages paper being written in LaTeX, so now it is 6 pages and a half. Yeah, that's what's happening with LaTeX. It's sometimes you have some strange behaviors that are hard to anticipate. In the same vein, don't worry folks, I added 2 words to another sentence and now the paper is at 6 pages again. So that's totally counterintuitive, right? You had some content and it decreased your number of pages. But that's something we face because of the sensitivity to the layout and also, yeah, the way LaTeX operates. There is also funny tweets like, a professor is a member of a research lab with the deepest intuitions about how LaTeX, vSpace, page breaks, and figure placement works. I think it's nicely illustrates what we are talking about here. So instead of trying different edits and trying to get different variants of a LaTeX document in an ad hoc way, in a very manual way, maybe we could automate that. So that's how VariLaTeX is for. You basically annotate your variability, your LaTeX source code with variability annotation, variability information. So instead of stating that I will remove this acknowledgement, you put a variation point on top of it. It means that the acknowledgement is now an optional feature of your document. It can be true, it can be false. And like that, you can put different variation points on the footnote at the very beginning of the document. You can put variation point on the size of your images. You can put variation points on the vertical space, the V-space, the famous one, here, for instance, between the conclusion and the list of references. In fact, you can put many variation points. So in this example, we have some Boolean options here that you can activate or deactivate. And then you have some numerical options for which you can vary the V-space and the size of the figure. And once you have set your variation points, you can generate all documents with different values of options. So basically, you can use random sampling here to explore a bit the configuration space. And for each configuration, you get different PDF. So for instance, here I have generated one PDF. The number of pages is 5. So we'll have a look here. And if we look at, it's because certainly the acknowledgement is false, the footnote is false, but maybe the size of the figure is too important, right? And in fact, it's tricky to know which option's value leads to the good number of pages. Okay, so that's also the role of VariLaTeX. It generates different variants of a document, measure for each variant the number of pages, and then we can use some statistical learning to identify the options value that lead to 4 pages. So at the end, it's a kind of classification problem in which your paper is either valid, 4 pages, or not valid, 5 pages. And thanks to that, we can get a decision tree, right, that will inform you on the kind of option value you can set to reach the good document, the good paper variants. So here, clearly, it states that the GS style Tiny should be set to true to reach your objective, right? So here we have made a configurator in which the colors state what's the recommendation for you is. For instance, it's in green here, it's really recommend that the GS style, which is actually the font you use here for code snippet, should be Tiny. And Tiny is, well, Tiny, just to decrease the size of your text. And then you can also play with the different options. So how does it work in practice? So as a user of VariLaTeX, you just have to annotate your LaTeX document. So we have made some macros like if-val in which you can annotate your LaTeX with variability annotation. So for instance, here we have created an option called ACK, another option called bold ACK, paragraph ACK, and long ACK. So intuitively, it means that if ACK is true, then you have a kind of acknowledgement. And the kind of acknowledgement can be either with TextBF or with a paragraph, and it can be a long ACK, like this one with an additional sentence. And of course, depending on the options here, you get different LaTeX code, and it has an impact potentially on the page limit. And you can do that actually also for VSpace. For instance, here, the VSpace bib in millimeter here has a value, a minus value, so it can be -2, -4, -1, depending on the way you want to do that. And actually, VariLaTeX will use these options to generate different documents. And we can do that also for the footnotes here. So there are different footnotes in the document. Here you can see that I have annotated the footnote with an option. And that's basically the same for the listing stuff. So the listing package has some ways to control the font size. Let me check again. Here. So you have a basic style for the listing package, and you can choose between GS style, and GS style can be footnote size, teeny, small, whatever. Okay, so you can actually also annotate, if you want, the figure. So some figure you can play maybe with a scale, right? Like this one here. So the width of this figure is defined by the option value bref size. So you have annotated your variability document, and then VariLaTeX does the job of generating documents, observing some properties of your document, like the number of pages, and then use statistical learning to infer what option value lead to the document you want. So you can use, of course, this configurator, and sometimes you really want to control and customize your document, like you're in free configuration mode, like you want the footnote absolutely because you know that it's quite important. Long hack can wait a bit, and here we will do something for being quite readable, so not so aggressive, right? And the bref size, you can augment it. Let's do something like that. Okay. So here you have configured your LaTeX document, and then generates for you a PDF. Okay, here we go. Sorry for the technical subtleties. Okay, 4 pages. I'm very happy about that. Maybe the problem is that the font size is a bit aggressive, but yeah, it was a recommendation of the configurator, because otherwise it's quite hard to reach the 5 pages. So then it's a trade-off, right? It's up to you to determine what's important for the readability, for the aesthetic of your document, but also for the pure content, because again, removing a footnote can be quite dramatic in terms of reviewer understanding. And yeah, you can annotate what you want with this one. Okay, so that was a short demonstration of VariLaTeX. Of course, there are other use cases like curriculum vitae generation, like grant proposal generation, and so on and so forth. So VariLaTeX is written in Python. It's using internally some statistical learning techniques. And what's also nice is that you can start with a document that is not containing any variability annotation. That will be the second part of the demonstration.